Good morning, everyone. Today we shall discuss about underground cables. Okay, introduction. Why we need underground cables? Okay, where underground cables topic come. Okay, why the transmission and distribution of an electrical power can be with the help of overhead transmission lines or by underground cables. Okay, we can transmit or distribute by using underground cables or overhead cables, okay, over transmission lines. Requirement of cables. Okay, what is the requirement for cables? Okay, the size of the conductor used must be, it should carry a specified load without overheating and keeping the voltage drop well within the permissible limits. Okay, the cable should withstand the heat and it should not voltage drop and it should be in the permissible limits. Okay, next, voltage level for which cables are designed, the insulation thickness must be proper so as to provide high degree of safety and reliability. Okay, the voltage level for cables means, for example, depending upon voltage level the thickness of the cable can be decided. Okay, because for some voltages we don't need insulation more. Okay, depending upon voltage level, depending upon underground and overhead transmission line, the thickness of the insulation depends. Okay, next, the cable must be surrounded by number of layers. The cable must be surrounded by number of layers because while mechanical withstand while laying it can break. Okay, it can crack the cable, so it should withstand the mechanical strength and protection. For that we will make many layers for cables. Okay, next, the material used in the manufacturing of cables must be such that there is complete chemical and physical stability throughout. Okay, whatever the product we are using for the cable manufacturing, that should be in a stability. Okay, chemically and physically it should be stability. Okay, next, comparison between underground cables and overhead lines. Underground cables and overhead lines. Okay, first, interruption due to storms, lightning and other weather conditions you have observed. Okay, in rainy seasons. Okay, in um, lightning storms it will be there. Okay, lightning full in rainy seasons, or while raining, lightning occurs, storms occur. Okay, so overhead lines will affect soon. Okay, yeah, interruption will occur, but in underground cables we can protect. Okay, those interruption due to storms, lightning and other weather conditions eliminated, it won't occur. Okay, the next, cost of the cable is extremely high. That means underground cables means we need more insulation. Okay, insulation thickness is increased in underground cables, so the cost of the cable also increases. Next, in when you compare to overhead lines, air acts as a insulation media. Okay, so less expensive. Next, underground cables, it requires less maintenance. It will be in the underground, so no maintenance. Okay, it will be reduced, maintenance will be reduced. Okay, in overhead lines, due to trees or due to accidents, so maintenance will be more. Okay, next, the cables are insulated and hence very safe. In underground cables, there are cables will be more insulated, so it is safe. But in overhead lines, it is a bare. That means no insulation. Air acts as a insulation. Okay, in not insulated, which is unsafe. Next, the size of the cables is high because insulation thickness will increase, so size of the cable also increases. But in the overhead lines, then there is no insulated cable. Okay, air acts as insulation, so size of the cable will be less compared to underground. Okay, next, the insulation cost is very high. insulation cost is very high in underground cables. When you compare to overhead lines, no insulation cost because air itself acts as an insulation. Next, long distance transmission is not possible as laying of cables is costly, difficult, and complicated. Okay, in underground cables, laying of cable over long distance is costly. Okay, in overhead lines it is possible because cost also less when compared to underground. The beauty of cities and towns get maintained by keeping underground cables. By laying underground cables, the city can be maintained neatly. It looks beautiful. Okay, but in overhead lines the beauty of cities and towns get affected as trees are required to be cut. Okay, because while laying a pole or while laying cables, some trees must be we should cut. Okay, the beauty of the cities will be reduced in overhead lines. Okay, the voltage drop is less when you compare to underground cables. When you see in the underground cables, the voltage drop will be less, but in overhead lines voltage drop is more. Next step, the possibility of accident is less. It will be in the underground, so the possibility of accident will be less, but in overhead lines the possibility of accidents is more. Okay, next we shall go for the general construction of a cable. How the cable will be, how many layers are there in cable. Okay, first we shall see you can see the diagram for conductor, insulation, lead sheath, bedding, armoring, serving. Okay, there are many layers. Each layer is different features. Okay, each layer used for different protection. Okay, the conductor, or we shall call it as core. Okay, this section consists of single conductor or more than one conductor. The conductors are also called cores. A cable with three conductors is called three-core cable. The conductors used are aluminum we can use, or annealed copper we can use. The conductors are stranded conductor in order to provide flexibility to the cable. Next, insulation. Each conductor or core is covered by the insulation. This is I am saying a underground cable because in overhead transmission lines there is a only conductor, there is no insulation part. Okay, each conductor or core is covered by a insulation of proper thickness. Okay, depending upon the voltage level, thickness will be decided. Okay, the commonly used insulating materials are varnished cambric, vulcanized bitumen, and impregnated paper. Okay, next, metallic sheath or lead sheath. The insulated conductors are covered by lead sheath or aluminum sheath. Okay, we can use our lead sheath or aluminum sheath. What it will do, it will give mechanical protection. Okay, while mainly restricts moisture and other gases to reach the insulation. Okay, first inside conductor, first conductor, next layer is insulation, next layer is lead sheath. Okay, lead sheath is used to observe the moisture content and other gases. Okay, because it should not reach to the insulation part. Okay, if it reach to the insulation part, insulation will be reduced, insulation resistance power will be reduced. Okay, so instead of maintaining insulation, we are using lead sheath or metallic sheath to observe the moisture and gases. Okay, next, bedding part. Okay, bedding is covered by another layer. Bedding, metallic sheath is covered by another layer called bedding. The bedding consists of paper tape compound with a fibrous material like jute strands or Asian tape. Okay, The purpose of bedding is to protect the metallic sheath from corrosion and from mechanical injury resulting due to armoring. Okay, it is used, bedding is used to protect from corrosion. Next, armoring is used to protect from mechanical is injury. Okay, this layer consists of the layers of galvanized steel wires which provide protection to the cable from the mechanical injury. Okay, while laying or anything. Okay, while laying or getting from manufacturing. Okay, from while we're getting some many mechanical injury happens. Okay, cable can break. Okay, so that can protect, armoring is used for that. Okay, mechanical injury while laying any problem occurs, so armoring is used. Okay, galvanized steel wires. Next is serving. The last layer above the armoring is serving. It is the layer of fibrous material like jute cloth which protects the armoring from the atmospheric conditions. Okay, there was, if you lay in the underground cables, the moisture depending upon the weather conditions, the land will change. Okay, if it is a cold climate, then cable can absorb the moisture. Okay, depending upon the weather conditions, cable moisture can absorb or heat will occur on cable. So to avoid that one, serving. Okay, which will protect the atmospheric conditions. Okay, which can protect the armoring from atmospheric conditions. Okay, next, types of cable. You will see this: low tension cables and high tension cables, medium and high tension cables, and super tension cables. This is just read once. Okay, because this is not important, they have not given for exams, just read once. Okay, depending upon voltage, the how the conductor will be, and what is the shape of the conductor, and how the conductors okay, 3 core cable, or how many layers they are used for medium and high tension, extra high tension, and medium and high tension cables, and low tension cables. Okay, this is the today class. Thank you.